A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They go play action. Cousins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Play action now. Cousins. Throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Lets it fly for Thielen. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. This is taken at the 23. Punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up first and 10 at their own 24. On the ground, this is the former Viking, Jerick McKinnon, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
From the 27, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down.
Rodgers now on first down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, Packers.
Complete to
Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 59 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing in the line of scrimmage.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. They call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Play fake. Cousins. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his 1st NFL sack. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. Being chased out left. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. And it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
And it's 3rd down.
shotgun now for Rodgers. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Number 18.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to the offense.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So obviously going over things on the sidelines, what do we need to do to pick up the 1st down and change our momentum?
Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
6 yards. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Packers 7, Vikings 0.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Cook able to escape. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 68 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Kickoff for Minnesota.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Tackle made at the 36.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
And 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Rodgers. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. Return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Cousins. His throw incomplete. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, and it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down.
Touchdown, Packers! Jerick McKinnon, 74 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
The tackle made by
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
From the 22, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Smith catches left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, they're bottled up at different levels. The front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Cousins to throw it. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. First down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run, Cook, and they'll get him down right around the 16. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And the 10-year bet knocks it through the goalpost, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Rodgers. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action. Now Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Screenplay, McKinnon. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Packers are going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Rodgers again now. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
First down, Green Bay.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Here's 2nd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Mason Crosby.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
For Minnesota.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on.
Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. On first down now, run with McKinnon. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they give this time to the tailback. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
At the 8-yard line.
Well, getting close to the end zone, and you know that rookie wants the ball back. He's looking for his first career touchdown.
He certainly is, and you just wonder with the coaching staff, is it trust in him this early?
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Packers 28, Vikings 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they're throwing that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
At the 40-yard line.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins. Kevin King with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Zettel popping in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
37 yards on the punt with no return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now on 2nd and 16, Cousins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
That's a game.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He tried to break that plane, but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. 5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time? Hopefully with a chance to win.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Clark in on the stop.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
2nd and 9. At the Packers' 34-yard line.
Here's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Cousins. Flushed out right. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Play action now. Cousins rolling to his right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. To throw, Cousins. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? Second sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable, 2. Hello.
He dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Packers 31.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. Now this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup of 6.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll roll him out right. And boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Complete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
First down, Packers.
Now they try the right side here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So it's all over.